hold up. I'm pretty sure YouTube is loading right now. All right, we are live. We is rolling. We back on it. Wonderful people. We are not dead. You're back from the depths of society. Welcome to episode 93 of the 301 Outlet Podcast. We are fully loaded. We are fully ready. It's time to get it. It's time to go. It's time to dive in because we got so much we got to talk about. I got Mark, Darian, and Evan on the line. It's been a minute, fellas. Say what's up to the people, man, and tell them how you feeling.
Every villain is lemon.
Evil! Evil!
Did this man just do the evil, bro? I can't.
Evan knows what I'm talking about.
Evil!
Oh my lord. Ooh, man. It feels good to be back. We got so much to talk about. Man, where we gonna start? Where we start? What's the first topic of the comeback?
Well, all right, so there are two directions we can go in. Do you want to just hop into the NBA and talk about all the stuff that's been happening in the NBA over the last three weeks? Or do you want to get this football stuff out the way?
Let's get the football stuff because the NBA is gonna be the main portion of the pod.
All right. I'll give you the range, bro.
All right.
Bitch ass mint flavored pigeons.
see, see. You know what?
You know what? Let him cook. Let him cook.
Just, 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 just open the topic, bro.
Yo. Oh my god. Bro, I'm gonna let you open it, bro. That just killed me. I'm gonna let you
All
have it. I'm
right,
gonna let you take the
all
table.
right. So, speaking of the mint flavored pigeons, the mint flavored pigeons up there in Philadelphia played in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City actual good terms for Native American chiefs. So,
Ooh.
Nah. They still be chopping. Don't give them the
oh no, no,
benefit.
no,
They
no,
still
no,
be
no,
they
no,
still be doing that
no,
racist
no,
ass
no,
shit.
yeah, they do that tomahawk chop. That's another story. But their name is actually decent. So we'll just keep it at that. But Chiefs beat the Eagles in probably one of the best Super Bowls that we've seen over the last few years. Few years. Patrick Mahomes played on one ankle. Jalen Hurts played the game of his life. Isaiah Pacheco had the game of his life. And I think it is safe for me and Evan to say that as fans of the Commanders and the Cowboys, respectively, that we all got what we wanted, especially for me. And I just want to say it. I had seen too many Eagles fans over the course of the last 2 weeks before that Super Bowl having the Cowboys name in their mouths when they didn't even play us in the playoffs, especially folks on TV. So seeing them lose in the fashion that they did, and probably the most Cowboys of Cowboy of manner to lose, was very it it warmed my heart. It warmed my heart. But big ups to Jalen Hurts though, because he played the game of his life. I've always been a fan of his, even after he got cut from Alabama, or he transferred from Alabama, went to Oklahoma. Um, I think that this is really good for him. I hope the Eagles give him his money and don't try and lowball him. And it just goes. I actually think that Jalen Hurts' leap from last season to this season has to be the biggest leap to superstardom that we have ever seen. Well, one of the biggest leaps to superstardom, or not even superstardom, but to stardom that we have ever seen.
And I just got one thing left to say because basically everything I was going to say, I already done said on like another platform. But Patrick Mahomes' effort in the Super Bowl takes on a whole new meaning when you look at these new NFL report cards that came out like earlier this week, and you see that the Chiefs apparently have the worst training staff in the league.
Yeah, I saw that, and it made it, nothing in the NFL surprises me when you really think about it. Nothing. I don't necessarily know what I don't know what else there is left for the NFL to do to actually surprise folks, because players talk about stuff like that all the time. You literally just had Byron Jones come out the cut saying that he used to be one of the most athletic corners in the whole entire league. He used to be able to run and jump. Now he can't do that due to um the pills and shots that they give you to like ease the pain and all that other stuff. And he says that if he had known that this is what would happen to him, he would have never played football.
I mean, that being said, there is one thing about the report card that was hilarious to me, and it has no reason being funny. And it's that the Arizona Cardinals, the team that charges their players money to eat at their facility, ended up with like the worst quality of food for food, bro. How you gonna be the only one out here charging people and ain't putting no seasoning on the motherfucker? Not a lick of season.
That's so random.
Giving them that dried up desert chicken, bro. I don't give a damn about that. But
They had them boys up there eating Roadrunner.
Not the unseasoned devilness. Oh no.
and speaking, I guess like the last thing and probably the most recent thing about the Super Bowl is how um Juju has been trolling the Eagles defense. And he even went as far as to go on Coach 30. And I think that is absolutely hilarious that he even did that.
Ooh. All right, my bad, y'all. I was over here just doing a whole bunch of stuff. There's only one thing really I want to talk about football wise. Is the fact that still we have this Lamar Jackson contract stuff looming over the shadows. And it's just getting to a point where I don't know why it's not being settled, bro. Like, y'all know he's a franchise player. Y'all know he's the reason y'all even relevant right now, if we could be honest. We've had two back-to-back seasons of underperforming and injury, and he's been the only thing keeping us relevant and in the media cycle. So why not give that man his money, sign him, lock him down, so he stays on the team instead of having all this stuff? Because now rumors talking about he could go to Atlanta, he could go all over, and it's just like
Somebody's background is like overtaking the sound.
I don't know who is it, but
Yeah,
yeah,
someone's TV. Yeah,
That's perfectly fine. But yeah, it's just crazy, bro. Like the fact that this has been going on for like 2, 3 seasons now is insane. I honestly thought that the Ravens would have locked this stuff down, would have silenced this whole thing because y'all know how it is in sports, bro. When contracts need to be signed and people trying to get their money, bro, and stuff is not done in a timely manner, that's when all the chirping starts and all the rumors start going, and it's just crazy. It's nuts. So I just hope that they lock that stuff down. Or if y'all not gonna sign him, man, trade him, get some value for him, bro. Don't let that man just go. Get some value for him. If y'all not gonna sign him long term, make it smart. That's really all I have to say on that.
And y'all better sign him because if y'all don't, we will.
Bruh.
That's worth noting.
We had this conversation last
in a couple
year.
weeks, big fella.
Right. We had
Free
this
agency
conversation
right around the corner, big fella.
last year, bro. We talk about Lamar coming down the highway.
Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
Oh,
look at this man out here hating, bro. We got the plan in place. It's all coming together.
Nah,
we
bro.
just need y'all to slip up one time, and it's over.
Nah, but you know what I just thought about, Evan, when you started going? And I know this is completed, but this is NBA. This is remember when Magic Johnson was up at 80s on the way. 80s on the way. That's what just popped up in my head, but that's why I started dying laughing, bro. Like, yo, I would honestly not be surprised if y'all get it. I wouldn't be surprised. Because the fact that this has been going on for about now we're going to year number 3 of this, bro. Free agency in a couple weeks, like you said, Evan, bro. Ugh, you gotta prepare for anything at this point. The sports world is so unpredictable nowadays. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, the Ravens, I think they just probably have to make some cuts if they want to give Lamar that max. Because really what happened, that Kyler Murray and Deshaun Watson contracts, that's what really kind of like delayed this whole Lamar thing. Because if you see two quarterbacks like Kyler Murray and Deshaun Watson who aren't even who aren't even as good as Lamar, and Lamar is like right now value really worth way more than both of them. Yeah, they just have to up the price because the Browns and Cardinals, those two markets just like messed up a lot. And now the Ravens are like, okay, Lamar saw like how much they were offering him at first, like which was 135 million. It was like, whoa. If Deshaun Watson and Kyler Murray are getting like more than that, getting more guaranteed money, why am I only getting this much guaranteed money? So
Right. And
yeah, they might have to make
anybody
some
with
cuts.
common
Man.
sense knows that Lamar Jackson, like you said, is a higher quality quarterback than those two. Lamar Jackson is a top tier. The only reason we don't talk about him in A class is because he's had playoff performances where he kind of withered in the moment. But there was sometimes where it wasn't fully as well. The whole team fell apart, to be honest. Especially in, if I'm not mistaken, that is 21. Yeah, because we talked about it on the pod. When they faced it was the Texans, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong. But yeah, I remember that whole game, the whole Ravens team fell apart. So and this man Lamar Jackson is a former MVP. He's a former MVP. He's proven that he can get the job done. It's just that he needs to prove himself in the postseason. He has kind of a similar case to someone we're going to talk about later on that is in kind of the same kind of mode and perception.
Also, just to add more context to what Mark said, Daniel Jones also wants $45 million, and Jalen Hurts is looking at 50.
Yeah, the QB market is like just like up there, honestly. Soon, bro, like depending on how much the salary cap raises in like some years, I give it a decade, you're going to be seeing players make like literally like 70, $80 million a year, bro. They're seeing how like this market just keeps going up.
Oh no, yeah,
And
because
it's crazy.
these sports leagues are becoming more and more profitable. They're getting more money from these TV deals. Their salary caps is going up. So it's just like, hey, we're kind of in that era where like guys is just gonna start commanding contracts that just don't make no damn sense. It's just gonna happen because it's man, the money is crazy now.
And then we get locked out again.
Well, I feel like that's more so gonna happen in the NBA than the NFL.
No, it's gonna happen in the NFL too.
May NBA for sure though, because
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like-
I'm like the NFL. I'm like, okay, the NBA. I'm strong. Like, bruh, this next CBA in 24, bro. Them owners is rubbing their hands together. Like, ready? We got it.
Like, bro, I heard Patrick
You and the
Beverly get on the
Birdman hero,
podcast.
bro.
I heard Patrick Beverly get on his podcast and talk about he requested a trade. I'm like, yeah, we got the rest of this year, and we got next season, and then we get locked out this motherfucker. We might not get no more damn basketball after 2024, bro.
This man ever said NBA is going
We
to the
might miss a
shadow realm.
whole season.
The shadow
way this
realm.
show looking. We might miss a whole damn season.
He said the 24-25 season is going in the shadow realm. I'm weak.
That whole
Bro, you know what the
season
funny
getting
thing
put
is?
in jiu-jitsu.
It's the fucking net. The Nets were the ones like the reason for all of these crazy
Bro,
contracts.
hold on.
No, no,
Hold
no.
on.
You know what'd be the worst?
Say
You
that
know-
talk. Say that talk. Say that talk. Hold that thought. Hold that
No,
thought
no,
when we get
no.
to the section.
The worst part.
Evan, go ahead. Go ahead.
The worst part. I'm gonna say this, and we go to the next part. Next topic. The worst part is how much you want to bet next year the Knicks win the East and then lose in the final.
No.
Hey,
You
yo,
know
I wouldn't
what?
even be mad
You
at
know
him,
what?
bro. I wouldn't even be
You
mad
know
at
what?
him.
And then we get locked.
Yo,
Hey,
yo, Evan, you were the bold
yo,
guy.
yo.
You're a bold guy.
No. You wanna know what's great about that? You wanna know what's great? He said the Knicks win the East, and his connection immediately just went out. That is how asinine that
New York
statement was.
sports.
That is what you get.
Oh snap! I went out. No, I was saying, bro. I was saying,
Don't-
what if
don't-
next year the
don't do
Knicks
it
win
again.
the East and then we get locked out this manner? They win the East, they lose in the finals, and
Yo.
that's how the NBA just ends.
Yo, he said
Because the Knicks are that curse, bro.
the Knickerboppers, not even the Knickerboppers, are gonna win
Hey.
the East, and they're gonna watch it be the Lakers. They lose through two. Just the NBA's gonna script the hell out of this. It's gonna be the Lakers, and they're gonna get swept. Watch, it's gonna be so funny.
You wouldn't be
Don't
hear
do
any of
that.
that script talk, bro.
I'm
You
gonna
would
be
not
Don't
be
do
dying
hearing
that.
any of that script talk.
No. Watch.
Like,
Don't
okay,
do that.
right.
Hey. Who's a free agent this summer?
Kyrie
agent.
Irving.
Bro, the free agent.
Watch
market-
that be who the Knicks get, and then they lose in the final, and
The
that's
free agent
how the
market-
NBA just ends,
the
bro.
free
we
agent
get
market
locked out
this
for like the
year,
next year and a half.
but the NBA is about to be weak as hell. Just letting you know, it's about to be weak. Like, it's mainly second tier guys. It's free agents this year. It's not nobody that's big other than Kyrie. That's the only, I think, major one. Oh my gosh, bro! This man Evan just gave me a headache. He said the Knicks are gonna go on a run, and they're gonna lose in the finals, and they're gonna get swept. Hilarious.
The Knicks effect.
No, I meant that for next year,
James
bro. I
Dolan
meant
is
that for
all
next year.
No, I know. You're
But
not
still,
talking
that's
about
still
this year.
funny though.
That is
But the
hilarious.
Knicks in the final in general is just funny talk.
But
It's
the
just-
Knicks making it past the first round alone is a joke. Like, let's just keep it honest, bro. Like, oh my
Hey,
god.
bro. Honestly, I can't even say too much as a Sixers fan because like we were like second rounders, so but still, that's still funny with the Knicks though, because at least the Sixers are like somewhat like contenders, but I don't know the Knicks. That would be funny, bro.
See, here's the
The
thing
very
with
New York
y'all,
way.
bro. The Sixers, y'all always end up in the second round against like the worst matchup team. It's so funny to me. Like, y'all faced the Heat last year, right? Yeah, it was Miami.
Yeah, Miami. Yup.
It was Miami
Knicks
who
fans was
literally-
talking hella shit, bro.
Miami, who has Jimmy Butler, who basically literally is just gonna spark your whole team because y'all don't have somebody that's gonna go out and stop him. Like, I just thought about that. Like, y'all were not beating the Heat.
Toby couldn't do shit. Yeah, bro. Like
Couldn't do nothing.
Toby, like nobody
Couldn't
can
do
stop him. Like yeah.
Like,
Yup.
Ja-
Just
like
gonna match him
James
defensively.
Harden.
The
James
Heat were
Harden
definitely the
under,
better defensively team.
James Harden underperformed, and Embiid was so. Like that. Yeah, y'all don't know. Serious. It was just one. It was just one of them serious, bro. Like, I saw it from game 2. I'm like,
That's the series when Embiid had to force his way back. Remember
Uh-huh.
Embiid got his face basically broken the series before because
yeah,
Doc
and the
Rivers,
Raptors.
like
the
kept him
Raptors.
into the Raptors. Yup, basically broke his face and he had to force his way back. But no, I mean, like you said, the Heat were still like just better than us overall. Like you said, the worst matchup. You're gonna have an answer for Jimmy Butler, and yeah, bro, that's that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Let's
we'll
just-
see though, because the East is so close this year though. But we'll see though.
Big fact. Let's just dive into the NBA since we just brought it up. We might as well start it. All right. So number one, the craziest trade deadline we've ever seen. There were so many moves; it was crazy. So that's number one. Like I said, we have Katie going to Phoenix. We have Kyrie going to Dallas. We got Lakers making moves. We got a bunch of other small pieces moving around. We got some. I think the only teams that didn't do anything was Miami and Chicago.
Kings
It was
too.
Chicago. It was Chicago, Sacramento, Cleveland. Surprisingly, didn't do anything.
Really? Cleveland didn't do nothing? I swear they had like an
Nope.
under the radar move.
Nope.
did-
They didn't.
Nah, Cleveland.
The only-
Oh no, that was
one of them teams
buyout. That
didn't
was
do nothing
buyout.
because they
That
ain't
was
really need to do
buyout.
nothing.
That was buyout, not the trade.
Denver didn't really do too much either. They
No,
didn't do too much.
Denver did something though. They got Thomas Bryant.
But it's
That's
like,
something.
yeah, they got Thomas Bryant, and it's like that was their big move. So it's like I said, they ain't do too much.
Yeah, and that was dumb. Mind you, the whole Thomas Bryant thing didn't make sense to me because he basically requested a trade because he wanted more playing time. Then
We
he go-
getting locked out this motherfucker.
Then
bro.
he goes to Denver
We getting
where we
locked out
literally
this
have an
motherfucker.
MVP candidate playing at his position. He's not going to get minutes. It's crazy.
You want to know what I love about this?
I feel like with Thomas Bryant, the moment he left DC is the moment it clicked in his brain. Like he knew he wasn't going to be a starter nowhere else.
Yep. 100%. Yep.
the thing that I like about what Rob did is he told Pat Bev and TB, okay, y'all want out? Fine. Bye. All we gonna do is just get better.
Nah, they did get Mo Bamba, which is an upgrade.
They got Colin John McBall.
Huh?
I'm gonna tell you right now, when I saw that we traded Thomas Bryant, I was sitting here saying the only way that this makes sense is if we get someone like Mo Bamba. Like otherwise, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Y'all been chasing him for 2 years too, so I knew y'all wasn't gonna get him. I had a feeling. Y'all wanted him since last year, so I had a feeling y'all were gonna get him. So yeah, trade deadline was crazy. Just a whole bunch of moves going. The NBA like shuffled the deck, and now West is looking loaded. East is competitive. I think we're gonna have a very, very good playoff this year. This year's playoff is gonna be really dope.
I hope the Grizzlies get swept in the first round.
I was just about to bring them up. Oh my gosh, Grizzlies, man. Y'all talk to me. How y'all feel about them? How y'all feel about them?
We know that ain't
young
gonna
cocky
happen
Bucks?
because every team in the West don't deserve. Every team in the West playing tournament don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Like that. That's how it's going to end up shaking out.
I'm a be honest with you. Every team from 7 to 10 or 7 to 12 and 13, especially if you get a team like the Lakers or a healthy Pelicans team, if they mess around and face a team like Memphis, and God forbid Sacramento just better be happy that they get in. Just be happy that you getting in because you losing in the first round to whoever you play. Like, it's going to be tough.
Well, yeah,
Unless it's Dallas.
They can't
Unless
defend.
it's Dallas.
Can't defend. Only team that I can see them beating is Dallas. Sacramento can't stop nobody. That's the problem.
Well,
let me tell you before we get back to the Grizzlies.
I mean,
there is one team that if they make it into the play-in tournament, they would scare the hell out of me if I'm in the West. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Because they're athletic, they're young, and they don't know any better. That team would scare the hell out of me in the play-in tournament.
No.
Yes, bro.
Honestly,
yes.
No. Honestly, bro, I'm not.
They don't have enough.
I'm not gonna toot the horn, bro. If you tell me the Lakers make it in, you got a healthy LeBron and AD, that's the scariest team. If you're gonna talk about scary team.
No. If Zion is on his way back.
Oh, Pelicans.
And And the
Oh, yeah.
Pelicans,
Oh,
when
yeah.
they were healthy, were the third best team in the
I
West.
gotta stand behind my take. MVP Zion.
They were the third best team in the West. As much as I do want to say the Lakers,
They were number one at a certain point. They went on like a 11-game winning streak. So, I mean,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, the Sacramento Kings better just be happy that they're even in it. They better they gonna end their playoff drought and just be happy that that happened this year. Good luck next year, guys, because it's just not gonna happen for
Oh
you.
no, yeah,
Because you're either because you're either gonna have to face the Warriors, the Clippers. You have a chance to face the Lakers, the Pelicans, or the Suns. Which I don't think that will happen. But still, you got those five teams. And granted, the Kings are really good. I'm not trying to sit here and say that they're not good, but I'm sorry. They're not, oh, we're gonna make a run good. They are, oh, well, I didn't think we'd make it this far good. So it is what it is. They're overachievers. I'm not trying to be a hater. Sounds like I'm being a hater, but I'm really not. I'm just saying there's absolutely no way. No way, shape, or form.
Could you imagine the Sacramento Kings going to the Western Conference Finals? I would laugh. I would laugh. I would laugh. I would just die laughing. I'm like, bruh, this is funny. This is so funny. But OKC's definitely a dangerous team because they're young. Like Evan said, they're young. They don't know no better. They're athletic, and they're basically just gonna go out there. They're gonna hoop. They're gonna go out there and give 200%. So they're definitely a dangerous team if they can sneak in for sure. Because they're a team that nobody is really gonna know how to fully game plan for them. They're a true wild card. They're a very, very true wild card. They're not that deep, but in the playoffs, who really runs more than 8, 9 people deep, if we could be honest? Like a lot of times rotations get short in the playoffs. So depth is not really the problem. I just feel like okay, I just feel like somebody is gonna get upset in the first round of the West. Somebody's gonna lose that we're not expecting to lose. Somebody's gonna get swept, or someone's gonna lose that's not supposed to lose, and this could be the craziest.
And it's gonna be Memphis. And it's
I
gonna
was
be
just about
Memphis.
to say that. I was just about to say
If I
that.
swear to goodness, if it's Memphis, I would be laughing. I will actually call y'all, dying laughing, like on who, on who, Mo, on who just happened. Karma is truly a bastard. Oh my god, man! This is why you don't get the chirping before you win anything, man. Just stay locked in. Like we're
Hey,
not.
hey, Darren, you know it'll be funny if they end up losing to the Lakers.
But that's literally the team I see upsetting them. That's the team. I was from NoCat. That's the team I see literally beating them. I would laugh. I'd be like, should have been talking shit. Should have been
The
talking shit.
the two teams that I would, as a Laker fan, that I would want to see in the first round is Sacramento, and it may surprise you, Denver. I want Denver. I'm sorry. I mean, even before the trade, the Lakers have we played Denver well. I
No,
think the
why I'm laughing is because that would be such a perspective killer. Could you imagine Jokic wins his third straight MVP? Just think about this, y'all. Just think about this. Imagine this. Imagine he wins his third straight MVP. The first guy since Larry Bird to win 3 straight. And this man gets beat in the first round by LeBron James and Anthony Davis, bro. That's the 8 seed, bro. Yo, damn. I don't even know what to say after that. I'm gonna just be like,
the
I
crazy
don't
thing
know.
about this is this year is really giving me 2021 vibes when it comes to the Lakers, where yeah, we got through the play-in as a 7 seed, but when you really think about it, when we were playing at our best, we were 4th, 5th seed at best. And I will hold on to it to this day. If Anthony Davis did not get hurt, we're beating the Suns.
Y'all were the
I will
number one.
always
Y'all
say
were the
that.
number one defense in
We're
21.
we're beating this. We're beating the Suns. The only reason why we got as down as we did is because literally everybody on our team got hurt, which is understandable because that was the year after the bubble. And even Miami went through it, Milwaukee, Boston, us. I think Denver was really the only team that really didn't get them as bad. But it eventually got him in the end, but it didn't get him as bad.
Nah, big facts. All right, let's talk about the historic record we witnessed about a few weeks ago. LeBron is now the leading scorer in NBA history. So I want to get you guys' takes on it, your feeling on it, and how does this move the needle? Does this change your perspective, or this only adds to what you already thought?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I was watching that game, and although I got a little emotional when LeBron broke it, but at the end of the day, I was like, all right, I don't really care. Let's win the game. Did we win the game? No. That game was a microcosm of everything that has been wrong with the Lakers for the last 2 years. And I just couldn't help but to just think about how we are in this position partially because of the man that just broke the record. If you're asking me if this moves the needle on if he's the GOAT or not, it doesn't, because Kareem held it for 40 years and then Michael came around and y'all said that Michael's better than Kareem. And for some people, Kareem wasn't even in their top three. So, I mean, for me, it'll always be Kobe because I'm biased, but at the same time, like it doesn't really move the needle.
Um,
The only thing I'll counter is the Lakers didn't win that game, but let's be real. We don't care. Like, basketball fans do not care who won that game. Like, a couple years from now, people won't even remember the final score. A couple years after that, people won't even remember who the other team was in that game. Like, it was a
I'm telling you
legendary
this.
moment. But as far as like whether that moves the needle to like for him, whether or not he's the GOAT, I agree with Darian. No, but for a different reason. I feel like pretty much everyone had their mind up before he broke the record whether or not they think he's the GOAT. Either people thought he already was the GOAT, and now they just have another thing to add fuel to the fire, or people already thought he wasn't the GOAT and refused to change their minds for literally any reason. Either way, everybody's mind is already made up. There's nothing LeBron can do to change anybody's mind. So it's a matter of perspective. But no, I don't think it moved the needle.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, Evan, yeah, on that one because it's funny because people were these Jordan versus LeBron debates have been going on since like 2008, 2009. Like I remember like literally hearing these debates all the time about people already were like calling LeBron like the GOAT, like literally like over a decade ago. But with LeBron started winning championships and everything, kind of like the kind of piggyback on what Evan said, it just adds literally like more fuel, for like LeBron's case, like kind of like more fuel to like the whole battle of like the fire. Okay, like, okay, who's better, LeBron or Jordan? You can say, yeah, Jordan has never lost in the finals, and LeBron has like, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 8 finals appearances. So it's just like, honestly, and also he's a 4-time MVP. So it's really like, I guess when it comes to the both of them, like the playing style, we're like the both of them, as far as like the basketball playing style, we're probably never going to see players like them like really ever again because they're just that great in their own way. And that's how I appreciate them, honestly. To me, that really didn't really change anything because LeBron already had enough accolades really in his career and to retire before he broke the scoring record to really be up there on like the Mount Rushmore regardless. So that scoring record just makes it all more impressive and just makes me just gives me more respect for LeBron. But that really doesn't really shift me really about the whole LeBron versus Jordan thing because I still think Michael Jordan honestly is still like one of the best players we ever has ever like touched the court. Like Air Jordan, honestly, his to me was just like his moves and everything was just like really unreal. But LeBron is to me like one of the most just like all around just like when it comes to like I guess strictly basketball IQ and just like the game of basketball, he is like basketball. It's almost like in his DNA and just how that's how he performs on the court. So to me, they're just like the great like the goats in their own way, honestly though. But no one can really compare it to like them two, honestly. And that's how I see it. And like Evan said, nobody will remember that OKC performance because OKC was playing pretty good that game, and SGA was balling out as well. And it's kind of sad how we want to forget that, but yeah.
Nah. Here's the thing, I'm being. I've already said this. LeBron's gonna end up having literally the greatest career we ever seen because he's going to break so many records. He's already done so much. He has so many accomplished, so many great things. I'm just more so appreciating the greatness while we have it. Because there will be a day, there will be a time when LeBron is not in the NBA anymore. There'll be a time he's not going to be playing. This is a guy that we literally came up with. We were all in like elementary school watching his highlights on VHS tapes, bro. Like this is a guy literally as he grew in the league, we grew up with him. See, I have one. I think GOAT debates are stupid because it's there's no way you can have an objective lens because it depends on how you grew up watching basketball, when you grew up watching basketball, how you enjoy basketball. There's so many different subjective factors. You're gonna have, excuse me, you're gonna have an objective GOAT debate because everybody has different parameters. And there's different eras, different rules, different game. Like the game is so much different now than it was even just 10 years ago. Let alone we're talking 20, 30 years ago. We're talking about from the 90s to now. The game is a whole different game. So the GOAT debate is dumb. And then two, me personally, this is just me. It's gonna sound like I'm taking shots. I can't call someone the GOAT that I didn't grow up watching. That's just me personally. Like, if I didn't come up with you and enjoyed the game with you, I can't call you the GOAT because there's a difference between watching a player in replays and highlight and watching them live. It's a different feeling. 100%. It's a different feeling, different experience. So my take on it is we just need to appreciate greatness, man. Stop comparing everybody. This man is doing things we have never seen before, doing it longer than we've ever seen anybody do it. Let's just appreciate it, man. Hey, and like I said, I predicted, I knew he was gonna break the record, man. Like just how long he's been playing at the level he's been playing, man. It was bound to happen, and I think he's gonna set it so high. I don't think anyone is gonna be able to break it because think about it. For someone to break that record, you literally have to come in the league immediately and be a star, and come in young. LeBron came in out of high school. He came straight out of high school first season. He was a good qual. He was a near all star level player in the league from the beginning up to now. It's crazy. So appreciate greatness, everybody. Stop trying to compare everybody. Yeah, if you have your preferences, cool. I respect everybody's preferences as long as you can back it up with common sense. As long as it makes sense, hey, cool. As long as you're not picking somebody that's like so left field, I'm like, what? But like, yeah, I think GOAT debates are really stupid. I think the whole MJ LeBron debate is dumb because it's just like one, you can't even really compare the two players. They play two complete type of games. They're two different players that played in two different eras.
It's the same thing as when folks try to compare Kobe to LeBron. And every time when you really talk to people, they would say that their games are so much different than one another that you really can't compare it. The only thing that I will say is that in those like first 5, 6 years, 7 years of LeBron, LeBron was trying to take that mantle of the best player in the world, but folks really forget that Kobe was just on another level from like post Shaq. He was just different. I don't mean to make this about Kobe. I just wanted to put that out there. But what I do want to say, another point to what you said about the record never being broken, is that we're in such this like load management society now in terms of basketball that just off the strength that players just won't play as many games is the reason why that record will not be broken.
I was just about to go into that, but yeah, you're right. Like players are just like young players too. Like Anthony Edwards talked about this, how the younger players are really taking it easy because they want to preserve their bodies for the postseason. They don't care too much about the like they care, but they're not. That's not the priority. The priority is the postseason to play as long as possible. And yeah, I just don't see a guy coming in like day one being a legit star from this jump and playing 90% of his available games. I just don't see it. Just don't see it. When players just even get them to play 70 games, it's a struggle now. You're basically telling me you have to do to break this record, you got to be a guy who's scoring basically 30 points a game. You got to play at the minimum, probably 75 games a season for 20 years, no injury, near perfect health. I don't know. I don't see that happening. LeBron is just now starting to break down within the last few years. Before 2019, LeBron was hardly injured from his rookie year, from 2003 all the way to 19, that 16-year stretch. He basically played almost every single game. Of course, there was sometimes he sat out here and there, boop, bow, bow, had the little cramper thing, but he basically played 95% of the games he could play during that stretch. That is ridiculous. How are we going to see a player that's not only, we're not even talking about an all-star, we're talking like face of the league type player come in and be healthy and play that many games and score that many points consistent for that long? I just don't see it. I honestly just don't see it. I don't know how that record's gonna get broken. Like, is it like this? Is it gonna have to be on some 2K stuff where this man literally just drops like 40 points a game for like a few seasons here and there? Like, it has to be some nonsense. So that's what this makes. That record is just appreciated. He's on top of the mountain. And he's gonna stretch it out even further and further. He might go all the way to 45K. We don't know. Hey, the man said he want to play with his son. He want to play with Bronny. Bronny is eligible to be drafted in 2 years. You never know. So we never know how much he got left in the tank. So just appreciate greatness, y'all. And just know the difference between people's games, because I agree 100% with what Darian said. Kobe and LeBron's games were different. They played with different mentalities. But the thing I can't stand, before we move off this false narrative that LeBron is a pass first player is stupid. You cannot break the scoring record to be a pass first player. That's impossible. You can say that he looked to his teammates. Yeah, he looked to set up his teammates. Yes, he enjoyed setting up his teammates in playmaking and was very good at it. Yes, you can say that. But to say he's a pass first player, like he's Rondo or John Stockton, that's just inaccurate. The man was a scoring machine. He knew how to do everything offensively. He could attack you by scoring, by playing defense, by getting his teammates involved. That's how his game was. LeBron's gonna go down as the most versatile player of all time. But we didn't stop this narrative of he's a pass first player. You can't be a pass first player and score damn near 40K points. That's impossible. So I just had to lay that out there because that's just so false. When I hear people say, I'm like, here we go again. Ooh. All right. So now we off that talk. Let me just pull up the list, make sure that we're checking things up. Yes, MVP race. So who is your top 3 MVP as we in MVP race as we go down to the last month of the season?
Jokic, Embiid, Giannis.
I got Jokic, and B, and then I have Jason Tatum.
No Giannis? Wow.
Uh,
I can't get mad at that. I can't get mad at that.
Wow.
Give or
Jason
take.
Tatum, I think he's just been stepping up, bro. I mean, yeah, he's just been
Yeah.
step. I feel as though I don't know, considering how Giannis has just like I don't know. I just don't really like seeing like so many repetitive, like just like so close MVPs. I don't know. That's just me. I just have Jason
No,
Tatum.
no, no.
Yeah,
Honestly, I
not as a fit.
understand because Jason Tatum's been killing it. Like the Celtics are the number one seed in the East. No, no, they're number two because Bucks have been on like a 15, 16 game winning streak. So they just overtook them. So man, I got four, man. I can't pick like my I can't really pick a three because I have Embiid, I
You
got
can argue
Tatum.
five, honestly. Yeah, you can like
Who's your
argue
fifth?
five players.
Who's your fifth?
My fifth would be like I'll put Giannis at five, and then six I'll put Luca. Really, you have like good six, five, six. That's how good it's been this year. You have like a good
Yeah,
like
it's been
five or
very
six guys
tight.
That's
that's like
true.
up there
That's
That's
true.
or like
that's
No, no,
true.
no,
arguably like
that's true.
really
Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
NBA title these performances have been like on another level. These numbers and everything.
Jokic in
Like
it.
Luca just dropped like
And, you know,
42, like 40, I believe, yeah, or like 42, 40, yeah, against us last night. So I'm just like, bro, he's been doing this, just like almost making it casual with like 30 plus point games.
yeah, and
It's
Katie
just
was
hard
in
to
it before
say.
he got injured too. That's another person. He was in it before he got injured. He was definitely making the case for
Man,
himself.
man, do you know that Jokic is damn near averaging a triple double on damn near 60, 70% shooting?
Yep.
That's
That's
crazy.
why I got him
His
winning it again.
his
And
true
Because
then
the fact
shoot
that he's
his
and
true
averaging a
and,
triple
shooting is
double,
ridiculous.
and then this man dropped a 40-point triple double against the Clippers and didn't even make a three. He attempted one three, didn't make it. But like you don't see that in the NBA these days where dudes are even dropping 40 points and not even making threes. I think Embiid did it not too long ago. At least he didn't make too many threes. Maybe he made like one or
Yeah,
two.
he had like a
But
50-point game where he only had like two threes. I know what you're talking about.
yeah. But you just don't see that, man. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, like the MVP race is very tight this year. I got five, honestly, yeah, because I got definitely Tatum's in it. Tatum's in the conversation because he's been killing it in Boston. You got Jokic, you got Embiid, you got Giannis, you got definitely Luca's definitely in that conversation. It's just that Dallas is just one of those teams where they're definitely just he's just not going to win it because the team is just not it's just not high enough for the seed, honestly.
yeah, and that sucks for Luca, honestly, though. But that's why I was
Because
happy that he finally did something in the playoffs last year, at least. But yeah,
Jokic is really out here winning. He's about to win his third straight MVP. With each one of them was a different reason why he won it. His first one was the whole triple double thing, like truly the word most valuable player. And then last year was the narrative. The narrative was really around him. You know, he didn't have much help. This year, he's gonna be the best player on the best team in the NBA record wise. So if he wins it this year, he's won it three different ways, three different narratives, and it's just gonna be crazy. I just really hope that for his sake, that Denver really wins a championship within this window. Not saying they can't win it this year; it's very possible. They're definitely in the conversation, but they have to win a championship in the next few years, man. Because I don't want Jokic from a three straight MVPs, and he goes down as one of those guys to be one of those guys that doesn't win a chip. I think that would be very. I wouldn't even know what to say about that. I'd just be crazy. Like this is the thing. You win three straight MVPs, you don't even get to the finals. This is crazy.
but what
So
makes this
And we still
Jokic
talking
season
our
even
top
more
three. Like
impressive?
I know this is safe for me to
Oh,
say, but Jokic, Embiid, Giannis.
I mean, yeah, that's the go-to, honestly. If we're just gonna be like, if we're gonna keep it a 100% bug, that's kind of the three right there. Like that's the three
yeah,
you're
what
gonna think about the most because like I said Milwaukee, they're cooking lately. Chris Middleton's getting back in the form. Drew Holiday's really stepping up this season. He's really embraced that number two role. And then, you have Embiid. Embiid is doing his thing, holding up the Sixers, carrying them. If we got, Jokic being that top dog, like I said, dropping 40 points, not even making a three. Like, it's crazy. So it's like, it's really those three, and everyone else is kind of looking outside, watching in. But I think it's close. I think you could really pick any of those three, and you'd be fine. I don't think this. I don't think
Yeah,
either
what I
one
was
of them
about.
is a bad pick.
Yeah, never mind. I was about to say something, but you never mind. And never mind. It's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's really tight this year. Honestly, let's see how this last month of the season goes because this is why I love this part of the NBA season because this is really the season when things start ramping up. We start seeing how MVP race, award races are going to go. We start seeing teams that's really trying to get in, solidify their spot. We see teams at the top really trying to keep their spot at the top. So this final month of the season is about to be really good. It's about to be some really good basketball, and I'm looking forward to it. But all right. So, since we're talking about the playoffs is next month. Postseason starts next month. What are y'all predictions? Like, who do you think? Like, who? Okay, so my first question would be, what is the top three final series you guys can predict? Like, give me the three matchups that you most likely will think will happen.
Most likely
Uh,
will happen.
Yeah, the three finals.
All right,
matchups.
so the finals I think will happen is Bucks versus Suns, a rematch of 2021. The next two after that, I'd say is Celtics versus Suns, and then Bucks versus Nuggets.
I just want to say right now that I feel like Bucks Nuggets will happen, and that will be the most boring NBA Finals that we will ever watch in our lives. It's going to be so boring. But as a basketball fan, I'm going to love it because it's going to be the most fundamentally sound NBA Finals that we would have seen in years. But
And it's two
I'm gonna
teams you
go
typically don't talk about because it's like, let's
right.
be real, we don't talk about the Bucks, we talk about Giannis. There's a difference. We don't talk about the Nuggets, we talk about Jokic. There is a difference.
But I would say Bucks Nuggets, Celtics Suns, Celtics Nuggets.
What were we saying? My bad. I got sidetracked. What were we saying? Like the NBA Finals predictions, or just like the Western Conference, like the
The
Conference Finals
finals,
predictions?
the NBA finals, the three matchups you can see most likely happening.
Three matchups. Okay, I can see. Celtics. Suns. I can also see. Milwaukee, Phoenix, a rematch of that, and then I can see. Shit. Honestly, I don't. Honestly, hmm. If not the Suns, then I mean, well, if not the Suns, then maybe Denver, Boston. I'm not sure. It's just kind of hard to predict right now, but yeah, because like we still got like a good, I mean, like a good few amount of games to go, and like you said, it's just been so tight and close, and anything can happen. But yeah, that's where I kind of got right now. Boston, Phoenix, Milwaukee, Phoenix, or or Boston, Denver. Yeah, that's my three for now.
Yeah, I think I agree with Darian. I think we're probably gonna end up with Bucks Denver. And it's gonna be the most boring slash least hype finals because of the teams, not the players. But it's gonna be one of the most entertaining as a basketball fan because Jokic going up against in Giannis in the final series. This sounds like craziness. Like they each gonna be going back and forth of who's gonna have a masterful game. Because the reason why I'm not picking the Suns, we got to see how they gel together. You know, they did the midseason trade. We've hardly seen a midseason trade we've never seen a midseason trade that massive happen, first off. That's just facts. We never seen it. So it's like we gotta see if they mesh well, they build the chemistry, and how things work together. If it's a seamless fit, I could definitely see Bucks Suns too. That's my second one. Like if the Suns they clicking on all cylinders, everybody's rolling, and they make it through the West, I could definitely see Bucks Suns too. And then if it's not that, definitely I could see like Celtics Nuggets or even Celtics Suns. Or the most wild fight. If we actually get a Celtics Grizzlies finals, that would be hilarious.
If we get a Celtics Grizzlies finals, I'm going to be so pissed off.
Like, hey, if they back up their talk, I'll come up here and say, hey, they backed up their talk. Like, that would be crazy. Like,
You'll definitely see a fight in that final between Marcus Smart and like John Moran. There'll definitely be a fight in that.
nah, it's
final.
gonna be a fight between
Yeah, it'll
Marcus
definitely be a
Smart.
fight, bro.
Nah, Marcus Smart and Dylan Brooks gonna punch each other. I can already see that.
I was thinking of them
They
two,
about to
bro.
box. They about to box
yup.
each other in the middle of the floor.
It'll be Dylan Brooks.
Mhm. Dylan Brooks and Marcus Smart gonna box the shit out of each other. This is gonna be so stupid. I can already see it. Them two just gonna be going at it.
Nah, John Morant's going to glass a 17-year-old white boy sitting courtside because he said his hair is ugly. That's what's going to happen.
I'm dead.
Oh,
I'm dead. And why the boy got to be white? You know what? That's nothing but reparations. It's like, no, let me stop.
oh my God.
It's Boston.
Brothers, start getting
you know
Negro hymnal books to lift every voice and sing.
Oh my Lord. Oh.
I'm
All
fucking
right.
dead.
Oh, man. So next topic. So All-Star Weekend happened. And I want to get your honest thoughts on it because I feel like it was literally saved because of one thing. I feel like honestly, the way they did it this year, the All-Star game should never get done like that again. It should never do. They go back to the format how it was before. It was better. Go back to how it was. They had it. It was like a few days before the game.
We can really go back to East versus West, for.
No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, we can.
I do not want to do that. The reason why I don't even want to do that because let's just be honest, the conferences don't matter as much as they did before. They simply don't. They don't. I prefer
They don't, bro. And players don't stay in one spot no more, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like players are moving all the time. It will literally just basically end up how we remember how a few like the last year's when the East and West, the West was so stacked that the East was literally just they were struggling to even get guys. Like they were literally picking like the edges of the team. They were like picking like guys that had no business being all-stars because the East was like, we don't have that much talent, all the talent in the West. That's really what's gonna happen. You're gonna have a repeat of that. Especially now, that's back then when guys didn't even move that much. The Western teams are just better. Now guys just shuffling all over. East versus West doesn't even make sense now. It would honestly mess the game up even more. I feel like just do how you did before. The All-Star draft, have it a few days before the game. So if we go into the game, we already know the teams, and teams get time to practice and all that. Because that game was, I mean, Mike Malone said it best. I ain't gotta say nothing more. He said it best, man. That was not a good game. It was good moments. There was a few good moments, but that was not a good game to watch.
All-Star Weekend is bad when in the All-Star game, dudes are turning off the game at halftime to play Soul Calibur. That's the first thing. The second thing is that the All-Star Weekend is bad when on All-Star Saturday night that a 6'1" white boy from Ashburn, Virginia basically saved the whole night. Because even the 3-point contest was mid.
Yeah.
And then just out of the whole weekend, it's bad when both of the events on Friday night, the Celebrity Game and the Rising Stars Challenge, was better than anything that happened the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ratings were like I think the lowest in quite a while, if I'm not mistaken. That's all reported.
The NBA shot themselves in the foot with what they did this year. Let's just be honest. They really did.
And if I'm gonna be real, as far as the game goes, you're seeing a whole lot of players playing in the extreme of what I feel like they do for the whole regular season, and that's playing like they're just afraid to get hurt, man. Like, because let's be real, these dudes ain't even trying until we get to like halfway through March. Before that, they just don't want to get hurt. That's why we see load management. That's why we see dudes taking nights off. Like they just are really afraid of getting hurt.
So I'm gonna ask this question. I know there's not really an answer. One All Star Week is not supposed to be that serious, anyway. We know. We're not asking for dudes to be playing playoffs type basketball in an All Star game. No, we're not actually. We don't know. We don't want to get hurt in the All Star game, but that would just be shitty. Like that would just be a horrible feeling. Oh yeah, someone freaking broke their ankle or someone busted their elbow. No. But what do you guys propose to making the weekend more entertaining? Because I feel like we're reaching more and more to the point where there has to be tweaks made to the whole weekend. And they've been making subtle changes, but I think it's getting to the point we need a big change. We need a groundbreaking change because it cannot continue being the same way it always.
So there are two things. I say I would say keep Friday and Saturday night the same, but with the contest, and I think I saw somebody, I forget where it was, and I want to give them their credit, but I just can't remember. But they said that um you get four all stars. Say it's like John Morant, say like DeMar DeRozan, Giannis, like like KD, and they go into the city of wherever they're playing in, and they get a person who like they are strictly a dunker, and you get them to participate in the dunk contest for some type of incentive. I think that's what you can do for the dunk contest. And I think for the All-Star game, they should do something similar to what the NHL does, where you have a whole like 3-on-3 tournament for the All-Star game. You get the best players, put them in the teams of three, and you do it that way. You don't have to do it by division, but from what from what hockey does, but you can do something similar to that. I don't know how you want to do it, but you can do something similar to it.
I definitely do because I remember people say, "Oh, they should do a 1v1 or 2v2." That will never happen. Never
It
happen.
won't.
It
And even
won't.
if it does, it's gonna be as bad as the All Star game. It's
It
just gonna
would
be dudes pulling up as
people
soon as they get the ball.
people would phone it in. They would not care. No.
Be
Even
like
if
a
they
blacktop game,
participated.
literally like a blacktop game.
No, not even that, but it'd be worse. Like because think about it, bro. These guys are like representatives of brands, all this stuff. Do you really think they want to be in a 1v1 and get crossed up and have to hear about niggas talk about that shit later, bro? No, no, it will never happen. Like if it happens, nobody would care. They would be phoning it in. So that's why when I heard them, like, bro, stop it. That 1v1 dream little thing between all stars, it will never happen. No, no. Even 2v2, never happen. If you're gonna do that, it has to be guys that's not all stars. Like that would be the one. Okay, if you want to pull like a Spencer Dinwiddie, or you want to pull like a mid tier guy like a Kyle Kuzma or someone like that, I can see that. But no All Stars going to participate in it, and if they do, they're gonna phone it in. It's gonna be some bullshit. So that's why I don't even want to see that. What I feel like
But
they have to do. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
what I also don't understand is again, and Kobe even said this. These dudes go hard in off season workouts and in the Drew League where they're not getting paid anything. You're just there to hoop because you love to hoop. So what's the difference with the All Star game?
I don't know. You got to ask them that. Like we see them videos come out, them off season runs, them Drew leagues, all not even just Drew league, just these poems, and they hooping, like they actually trying, and they're not even making money from that. They're just doing it. So I don't know why when it comes to the All Star game, they just don't be caring. Maybe it's because the cameras is on and everybody's watching. I don't know. and maybe those off-season runs are more so private. Like not everybody's gonna see it. Like people will see it later on, but they're not gonna see it live as the game's coming out. I don't know, bro. I don't know why they really be hooping in the summer and the off season when it comes to All Star game, everybody want to phone it in and be chilling. I don't know. But I feel like All Star weekend can be fixed. You just got to find the right tweaks and issues to make it work and have the players buy into it. That's the big thing about it. That's what I said with the dunk contest, man. I just say stop putting NBA players in at this point. Don't do it. Because if it wasn't for Mac McClung,
Or if you do, let's see some more dudes like Daniel Gafford, bro. Let's see some more dudes like Daniel Gafford. Dude is out here
like explosive guys. Yeah,
lob him, like throw up lobs for him every single warm up session. Get dudes like Daniel Gafford if you're gonna have NBA players.
Don't just put like
explosive dunkers. Yo,
it's getting to the point where it's like I don't even want to do that because it would only be him. They won't pick multiple guys because now dudes are choosing like Shaedon Sharpe was supposed to be in it. He chose not to do it. He backed out literally like I think it was like 2 days before the event and said I'm not doing it. He was supposed to be in it. So it was like at this point
I did not know that. That's wild.
Yeah, literally, bro. Wow. It was literally like 2 days, bro. 2 days or even may have been the day before. It was very close.
That is a terrible look.
And he said, "Nah,
clock was
I'm
at 11, bro. That's literally it was like 11:58. He said, "No, I'm not doing this."
Literally, bro. It was like the day before, like at that rest 2 days before the event, he backed out and said, "I'm not doing it." He was supposed to be there. He was supposed to be the fifth person. There's supposed to be 5 people. So if you got imagine, he's a rookie doing that. This is a rookie, a guy that just entered the league. So you look at that. If the rookie is doing that, you would think a vet is going to be like, "Oh, I'm a no." So don't put NBA players in it, bro. Put $1 million as the prize. Let these pro dunkers that are on TikTok and Instagram, all that, let them come and compete because at least they're gonna give a fuck. They're gonna try because especially put $1 million, NBA can easily put $1 million as the prize. This is a multi-billion-dollar business. They can easily put $1 million as the prize. They make that in their sleep.
Bro, you do that. And it's kind of the same as what I was saying. That's like a better version of what I said. Let an NBA player sponsor one of those Instagram dunkers. Because that's really how Matt McClung even got his name.
Oh, no,
he was dunking on
Instagram. I agree with your idea, too. I just think either your idea or that idea, that's it. If you're just going to, like, it got to be something. You got to do something to change it. It cannot be, because the way it's going, it's literally becoming no names. And Matt McClung's not known him. Matt McClung, he's been a him. He's been doing it. If you know you follow him, you know. But like literally, when you got rookies that just enter the league backing out at the last second, bro, people look at stuff like that. People pay attention to that stuff. So that lets me know, bro, there's not even a point of if you're gonna keep putting NBA players in, let it be one of the guys sponsoring it. So it feels like it's very important. Or if you're not gonna do that, don't let them participate. Bring these Instagram dunkers, these TikTok dunkers, put $1 million as the prize. Bring like 5, 6, 7, 8 of them and let them go crazy. They care. They're pulling out the best stops for that bread. And it's not even just the bread. You're on a national stage. You get a chance to show off your skills. That's sponsorships. That's more money in your pocket. That's more attention. That's more opportunity, networking, and all that. So I just feel like that would just be better. Because here's the thing. This is the simplest thing. Sweet, simple, stupid. You're trying to put the best entertainment on the floor. Because that's what All-Star Weekend is about. All-Star Weekend is about entertainment, giving the fans a show. And you see that, okay, we went from all-star type players to dunk to guys that's not all-stars, but they're like right below that, and there's some nice starters. And now we're literally getting to the point where we got dudes that's coming off the bench, and we got guys that just entered the league as a rookie and backing out last minute. And the guy that wins it is a guy that came up from the G League. Like, bruh, stuff is a pattern, bruh. It's just going down. There's no point. Miles will close it off to the players, say, "Hey, listen, y'all clearly don't care about this, and that's fine. We'll go find some dudes that will, and we'll put $1 million as the prize so we can put the best entertainment on the floor. So that's just me. That's I feel like that should just be the mindset. Put the best entertainment you possibly can, man. That's what it's about. Giving back to the fans. Letting it be a good show. It's a weekend was supposed to be fun. Man. Supposed to sit back and have a good time. Instead of us trying to nitpick and do that. Like, no, just have. And mind you, there's people that's always going to nitpick, of course. But when you have the overwhelming majority is saying, like, bro, fix this, make changes, and make the needed tweaks, man, it's not difficult. You just gotta make that step. That's all we're asking for. Nobody's asking for perfection. Nobody's like, no, there's no way to have a perfect all-star because it's basketball. There's gonna be some things you planned it perfectly and it will still fall apart. Like the 3-point contest. You actually had solid guys, and it's just a fact. Kevin Huerter just underperformed like crazy. He just couldn't make a bucket. He was just bricking. And that happens. And not he's a bad shooter. We've seen this man go hot. When he was in Atlanta, when he gets hot, he gets hot. But hey man, he just didn't make his shots that night. It happens. That's just me, man. But think about entertainment. Try to put the best show on for your fans. That's all I'm asking for the NBA. That's all we want. Like I said, next year, where's the All-Star Weekend next year? I forgot where it is next year. I'm actually about to look that up.
Indianapolis.
It's in Indy.
It's in Indianapolis.
Ew. How the heck we go from Cleveland? No, we did Chicago, Cleveland, Salt Lake City, now Indianapolis. Oh man.
Am I the only one that isn't really mad at what the NBA is trying to do by trying to put the All-Star game in different parts of the league instead of
No,
putting it in
I
the same
I actually think it's a good thing.
No, it's like I get it.
I'm just joking. I'm just being foolish. I think it's a really good thing that they're expanding it instead of being like LA, New York, or Florida. I like it. I like how they're trying to give other cities a spotlight. I really do like that.
I honestly think the Super Bowl should do the same, but I understand why they won't.
Yeah, because they don't want to have it anywhere where like it's cold outside. Like the only exceptions are like Minneapolis and Indy because they got indoor stadiums. But like, yeah, you see what they're doing.
They said we went up to New York and we ain't never gonna do that ever again.
No,
I thought they would have. I thought they would have learned from Chicago.
They said we went to New York one time, and by the end of the first quarter, our hands was ashy. Like the whole back of our hand was ashy, the elbows was ashy, everything was ashy. Never again.
Just imagine a Super Bowl in Green Bay, bro.
The thing is, the Super Bowl in Green Bay sounds like a football fan's dream, but there is no way that would happen.
Wait, what'd you say?
A Super Bowl in Green Bay.
That sounds great, but in other aspects, is not. It's just like that sounds like you just said. It's a
cold.
It's a
just the weather for real.
But the weather's gonna mess it up. 100%. It'll mess the game up.
If it was like summertime NFL, the Super Bowl took place like in June or something, then Green Bay, yeah, that would be perfect. But yeah, just a bad time of the year.
Like it says, it's literally in the beginning of the second month. There's not really much you could do about it. But yeah, man, like I said, we just want entertainment, man. So. Oh yeah, speaking of NBA, let's close it out with what is going to happen. We all know what's going to happen. Might as well start talking about the conversation. That CBA is coming up in 24. So we got the remainder of this season and next season, and it's about to go down, fellas.
Like, Thomas Bryant requested a trade, bro. There is no way we playing basketball in 2024,
like,
25.
Bro.
We just gonna have to miss the whole season,
bro. It's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time to be alive.
No. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a 16-game NBA season. That's what we about to do.
and it's gonna be wonderful. And they're gonna say, "Oh, we should do this more often." And
Did you
next thing
just
you
say
know,
a
we're gonna have like a
16
20-game
game
season.
NBA season?
A 16 game NBA season.
That's not even a point.
The season gonna last like 2.5 weeks.
Oh my god, this man said 16 games.
Y'all better just start catching up on your hockey and women's college basketball now.
Bro. All I know, bro,
Men's college basketball.
Rucker Park,
But don't go to
Dykeman.
Georgetown. Georgetown stinks. Go to Maryland. Go
Rucker
to College
Park,
Park.
Rucker Park, Dykeman, all these pro-am leagues, they about to be up 2024 summer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, but speaking of Maryland, Lady Terps up 20-18 on Illinois, and if they win, it's round 3 with Maryland and Iowa. So like,
Nah. We got beef because you just brought up Georgetown twice in the last hour, and one of them was
but am
totally
I
unprovoked.
wrong though?
It was
But
unprovoked.
was I wrong either time?
I don't
Was
care.
I wrong either time in what I
That's
said?
not the point. That's not the point.
Yes, it is.
That's
Yes,
the
it
point.
is.
You
I
don't
would not have
to
said
remind
that
me.
if it wasn't right. If it wasn't correct.
You don't have to remind me of pain, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Well, y'all didn't have to trade
still-
for Nick fucking Bonino, but you did.
It's
But
not.
you
It's
did.
not. It's not my fault. We playing to win and y'all playing for next year. That's not my fault.
Hold on. Y'all in the same boat we are, bro. What do you mean?
Okay, but we actually try to do something, bro. That's all I'm
You
saying.
only like 4 points ahead of us, bro. You ain't
It
doing
don't
nothing
matter.
that we ain't doing.
It don't matter.
You are doing nothing that we are not doing.
See, but we've done this before.
They gonna win.
One of them championships that we won
You
in like
ain't
the
never
mid
won as a damn
2010s.
wild card, bro.
We were a low seed.
You
I
ain't
know
never
one of
won
those.
as a damn wild card, and you not beating Boston, and you
Oh,
not
yeah,
beating Boston.
yeah. That's true. That's true. I'm not even gonna puff out my chest on that one. And that will not happen. But where are we talking? Oh yeah, back to
CBA.
Georgetown. Oh, he got me thinking about Georgetown, man.
The best thing about Georgetown is going on M Street and enjoying life. That's the best thing to do out Georgetown.
And even that's not as good as it used to be.
Exactly. It's not. I work out there,
But-
so I know.
But yeah, y'all might as well just start watching hockey now, get affiliated with it, pick a team, start watching college basketball, get affiliated with your local college basketball team, find a player that you know is going to be good next season, and just follow them, because we probably will not get the NBA till Christmas again.
Probably being later than that.
We not
please.
getting the NBA till Valentine's Day.
Bruh, we're not getting the NBA literally till March.
We not getting the NBA till Selection Sunday.
If we do not look, the NBA opening up on Valentine's Day just opens up the hater in me, and I just love it.
We not getting
want-
the NBA. We
I
not getting
want-
the NBA till the 4th of July.
If we don't, damn.
You said we missing a year. We missing the whole year to the point they got to start the season early.
The lockout finna be so bad. The lockout finna be so bad that the first season after the lockout, we gonna do what baseball does and just have the draft in the middle of the season.
Oh my god!
I was
No.
about to say, he said we about to be locked out so long, we not even gonna have a draft.
That's what I thought he was gonna say. Honestly, I'm like, bro, oh, it's so bad. We gotta skip the draft. That'd be so reckless. Oh yeah, 2025. Forget about it. Forget about it. That draft is not happening. Oh my gosh, bro. Nah, this lockout is gonna be bad. I don't think people. We're joking, but on some real stuff. But when you got players like Thomas Bryant requesting trades, and we got the whole Ben Simmons fiasco, and we got James Harden.
It was somebody on the Sixers bench that requested a trade too. I'm trying to remember his name.
Is that Paul Reed?
No. Korkmaz, that was his name.
Fuck man.
Korkmaz.
Fuck
You remember Korkmaz requested a trade? That's when I knew, bro.
Oh yeah.
Mark, I'm sorry. I don't
honestly-
mean no
I
offense,
honestly
but when
thought he was gonna
Korkmaz
do a trade.
requested a trade, I was like, yeah, ain't no way. Ain't no way we not getting locked out, bro.
No. We
The
had
crazy thing
Yeah,
is,
for real though.
the crazy thing is, I like Korkmaz. I thought he was
Oh no,
actually going to get traded.
I think he's a very underrated player, to be honest. If I'm gonna be real with you, but like, yeah, like this lockout's gonna be bad. Like alone, all I have to say is Ben Simmons and James Harden alone. Those two alone is gonna be like Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and then the Brooklyn Nets, that catastrophe. Oh God. Ooh, me. That was bad. Oh man. Oh man. Like this lockout about to be crazy. Like, man, listen. Y'all better get y'all other forms of entertainment together, man. Cause you better enjoy this season, the playoffs, and next season, man. Cause it's about to be a wild, wild time in the National Basketball Association, man.
Nah. Here's what ESPN gonna do for NBA segments in the meantime. ESPN gonna simulate the season in 2K, and they gonna keep doing that over and over until the Knicks win. They just gonna keep going until the Knicks win, bro.
Bro, this man said they about to be putting live streams of my league. Sorry, my NBA.
They was doing that shit during COVID, bro. During
my
quarantine,
NBA,
bro. That's
my
what,
NBA.
nah, that's what they did during the quarantine. Because
You
like
gonna
literally,
you
what we
gonna
had
see
the whole
Richard
quarantine
Jefferson
thing,
start a
they had
my
2K
2K
tournaments.
career.
Nah, literally, though, I can see him doing that. He would be the one.
Nah. And then Kendrick Perkins gonna do the same, and he gonna miss the playoffs like his first 3 seasons.
I'm dead.
He said ESPN is gonna turn into an NBA 2K YouTuber. I can't, bro. It's one thing to be playing, like, you know how, like, when it was really bad, they just started replaying old games. Like NBA TV, they just went in the bag. They said, "Oh, we bring out all the classics, all the old finals, all the good games from like the past 50 years." Like, it's one thing to do that. It's another thing to go on live television, get a camera, power up the game system, and start playing 2K. That's the whole. Yo, that would be hilarious. And I can imagine, bro, this could be one person who's making like a demi squad team. Like, that's gonna be also foolishness. They're gonna make the team that goes to the final every year. You're gonna have someone else that makes a team that don't even make the playoffs. They like win like 30 games every year. Oh my gosh, bro. That's gonna be so funny. And there's gonna be one idiot that's playing my team. I can already see it. Oh man. Man, I don't know if they're ready, bro. It's gonna be some dark ages of 2024. Y'all better get ready. It's not a game. Like they them owners, they like I said, they rubbing their hands together like Birdman, waiting for the shit that they're like, oh yeah, they got by like a year. We got him. We got him. So. Anyway, y'all got anything else before we close out for the night, y'all?
Nah, that's it. We good.
Nah, I think we done, man. Damn, Darian dropped off. Oop. Man, good thing he dropped out for the good time. We appreciate y'all for listening. We back on. Everybody get back on the wave. Everybody get that doing our thing, and it's gonna be a great 2023. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna be incredible. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for holding on with us. Thank you for being with us along this journey as we start a new chapter in the 301 podcast. And we're gonna be doing our thing. Y'all got anything to say to the people before we out?
Nah, man.